right, guys, welcome to another video. Um, this video is currently a live stream, but it will be shared to my page. And the purpose of this video is to drive your attention to the two prominent strategies in property investing most talked about today. And that is cash flow positive investments versus capital appreciation and speculation. Speculation meaning you assume it's going to go up in value. Okay, so both are very robust strategies, but the cash flowing one always takes the cake because a lot of people want to rely on that to supplement the income that they've already got. Okay, and try and get out of the rat race. It's the whole rich dad poor dad thing. But a lot of more technical investors then look at capital appreciation. They want to buy a property, they rent it out, it rents, covers the expenses, and then what they do, like I did in my previous video, they wait for the value to increase so that they get more equity in the property that they can either liquidate and pull that equity out and diversify their investment portfolio, or sell at the higher amount and profit the difference. Now, if you know me, you know that my philosophy is that you never sell property, because the capital appreciation game is, I think, that equity you use to finance future deals so that you can eventually reduce your reliance on the banks. Although you want to use other people's money, you want to use institutional money to get as much leverage as you possibly can. So without getting too much into the nuts and bolts of that, let's get into what I put together for you. Oh, look at that. I'm going to stop sharing. Sorry, window. Let's go there. What I wanted to share. Okay, so if you have a look over here, I've created a table of cash flowing properties. I've put 5 here. Okay, over there you'll see the rents that they generate, with a total of 27,200 Rand a month in gross rental. The various rates and tax, 1,072 Rand a month. The total levy, all the levies that's generated on them, with a total bill of 4,420 a month. The insurance, because it would be a portfolio, there would be one specific insurance premium for all the property. It would be a specially negotiated amount, which gives us an amount of 3,250 Rand a month, and gives us net rental, meaning rental after expenses, of 17,458 Rand. Now, this is assuming that all 5 of these properties are in low income areas, okay, like the Joburg CBD and all of that. So you'll see the total purchase value is 750,000 Rand, meaning 150,000 Rand per property. Okay. And the bond is assuming that we financed half of each of these properties. That's why it's always the same. Okay. Now, this is an example. These amounts would vary a little bit. So it gives us a total liability of 7,750 Rand a month. So take that off the net rental, gives us cash flow positive amount of 9,708 Rand. Okay. Now, this number over here is very important because there's a lot of ways we can go about it. This figure over here is the cash flow over a year. So after a year, we would have cash flowed 116,496 Rand. Now, bear in mind, I haven't accounted for tax in this as well. So just take that with a pinch of salt. Know that this amount will be taxed. And assuming a 70% loan to value, meaning loan to value. So I just applied a 30% reduction off of this amount to basically say that I could use this amount here, 6,795, this cash flow here, as a benchmark to go and buy a more expensive property, to qualify for finance for a property that is in a much better area that over a period of time will appreciate in value, and build that equity gap. Remember, I spoke about it over here. Let me just go back. I spoke about it over here. There's the equity. Remember, there's the bond, there's the balance, there's the equity. Now, with this example, I didn't take into consideration that after 5 to 10 years, the initial bond or the property value of 1.5 has gone up probably to maybe 2 million, meaning that this equity amount would be a lot different. Okay. So, yeah. So that's what I'm talking to here. All right, so let's go there. Anyway, so we got that to play. If we save that for a year, that's how much it would be over there. 81,520 cents. Okay. So what we can do here is one of two things. Oh, actually, we could do more than that, but I'm going to talk to two specific things. We could take this amount here and we could go and buy another cash flowing property, right? So we could divide that in half as a down payment and buy another 2 and bond it, and then actually end up increasing this cash flow here. And ultimately, the way I would want to do this is till I've built maybe a portfolio of at least 10 of these properties to give me a bigger cash flow. Meaning if I'd done another 10, I'd probably have 18,000 Rand in cash flow, meaning I could qualify for finance for 2 of these capital appreciation assets, which I can leverage their equity down the line to buy more of these. Rinse, recycle, repeat, and so the cycle goes on. Or we could take so one of two things. We leverage the cash flow to buy more of these, which is what I would do till we got about 10. Leverage the cash flow again to then start another portfolio of capital appreciation properties. And why that's a different strategy is because if you're buying properties in medium to higher income areas, generally the rent does not cover all the expenses. You end up out of pocket, meaning you have to take from your personal income to cover the shortfall. That's what you want to avoid. You want to rely on this cash flow entirely to support the bond and the expenses and the rental and everything here. So whatever shortfall there is on your capital appreciation assets, you want to use this cash flow to supplement that so that the two portfolios kind of balance each other out. And then you keep that cycle going while still probably having a savings portfolio, a personal savings portfolio where you can carry on building over here. And then when the capital appreciation portfolio has generated enough equity, you can pull on that and then buy more and rinse, recycle, repeat, and the two portfolios supplement each other, ultimately with you at the top or your trust or whatever the way you structure it at the top is just growing wealthier and wealthier. So that's the two strategies. You either so there's actually a third strategy, or you use this to pay down the bond on these, so these become 100% fully yours. You don't own the bank. You don't owe the bank the 750,000 Rand. It's then you are generating 17,000 Rand in positive cash flow a month without having to get another 5 properties. So there you've increased it already over there. So that's another strategy. It will probably take you about 5 years to square this off, which is great because then you've got more cash flow over there to then supplementing your capital appreciation. And then you could always finance these again, pull the finance of 750,000 Rand, right, to buy another 5 of these, meaning that then your goes up to that anyway, but you've got 10 assets to the value of 1.5 million. So those are your 3 strategies. So do you see how like a lot of people favor the one over the other? I see them as like basically on the left hand, and remember the camera is backwards, so don't laugh. So okay, so let's do it for what you can see. On the right hand, we have cash flowing properties, and then on the left hand, capital appreciation portfolios. The two need to meet and shake hands or actually celebrate, whatever. They complement each other, and that should be the strategy you take. Honestly, cash flow to feed the capital appreciation, because with the capital appreciation, you can pull that equity and increase your cash flowing properties. So no brainer, guys. Hey, if you want more content like this, please let me know. I want to flesh out the strategy in a little bit more detail. Maybe do a slideshow presentation for you guys rather than just a crude Excel spreadsheet. But that's the wavelength I'm on. So if anyone's found value here, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video. For now, take care, and I'll see you next time.